You know, guys, the last couple months I have been getting super into horology. That's watches, watchmaking, and the study of timepieces. And I want to talk to you about a cool watch that looks neat, it's different, and it doesn't cost a ton of money. This is a JORD wood watch. And what's cool about this watch is, unlike most watches, which are made of metal or leather or a combination, this is made of wood. The band is wood, the watch case is made of wood, somehow it's still waterproof, I don't get that, but it is waterproof. The movement is automatic, and this beautiful watch has a skeleton time movement, so you can actually see right through as the mechanics do their thing. Comes in a sweet wood box, and it's made right here in the USA in St. Louis. So I like supporting American businesses. Hit the link in the description and follow us on Instagram, because I'm going to be giving away this $300 watch through our Instagram on the same day this video goes up. Check it out.
Morning, everybody. Welcome to the Angeles Forest. This should be very good. Brian from Project Import back with us. You may remember the twin turbo G35 video that's now in our top 3 one takes, I believe.
Yeah.
Very quickly. Came out of nowhere to do big numbers. Very cool car. This is another one. They sent me some of their other projects, and I have never driven a Del Sol. But this is like, there's not a lot of Del Sol left here.
No, there's not.
Okay,
there's not.
So give me the rundown.
Okay, so this is again a customer's car. Originally was a show car, as you can see, with like the fiberglass panels and stuff like that. But he has multiple cars, so he wanted to go to the track because he saw us out there. So we started converting it to a track car. So it's still pretty, but is fun to drive. Okay, so what's under the hood? Under the hood is a built B20 VTEC, so it's a 2-liter CRV motor. We sleeved it, redid the bore, so it's 84mm pistons in there. It's a high compression motor, at least higher than what normally you'd put in for turbo. So we did 10-to-1. We're not running E85 yet, but that's the plan.
So it's on 91? 91
pump gas with a full race turbo kit.
Wow.
So yeah, it's about, on our dyno, which is an Autodyne 11, a Superflow, it's at 260 wheel right now.
Wow,
so,
and what does this weigh?
The weight on this car, stock factory, I think is about 24, 25. But then it has a cool top.
We've got the top, heavy. So it's called TransTop. Is that what
it's called? TransTop.
So that's really neat, and you've seen it now by the time we've gotten here in the video, because I showed you. It's the power Targa roof.
Yeah.
And that's OEM from Japan.
OEM from Japan.
JDM, as it were. And so you had to, like, you said you cut the whole back of this car off.
No. So what we did is we tore the trunk apart and we had a clip. And so what I did is I cut each individual spot weld out of the vehicle, and then prepped this vehicle, and then I welded it back into the car.
Well, let's put it up for the drive. How do we do that?
Pull the e-brake.
Handbrake.
And then we
press the button.
Push the button.
So the trunk raises straight out of the car, and you can probably see it on this camera, and then it feeds this thing out like the ejecting of a CD, and then it comes and grabs it here, and it screws it in. You lock it there. That switches it from the feeder to the thing, and then the feeder goes back down.
Your head's like super
My head
close.
Is super close, but I work. And then the feeder goes back down into the trunk.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's freaking ridiculous.
And you said that adds a couple of 100 pounds to the back.
It's about 500 pounds.
Yeah. But you also said that it actually improves, and then you lock.
Yeah.
You said that it actually improves the weight distribution. It doesn't make it worse.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
it
makes it a little bit more fun to drive, even though this car does feel squirrely in a sense.
Yeah. Well, let's wow, it's got a clutch in it, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Here we go. Really aggressive clutch.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm sorry, what did you say it weighs?
It's about, I'd say about 3,000 pounds now.
Okay, so it's still very light, even with the funky top.
Yeah.
And you didn't mention either S2000 gauge cluster, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And it blends nice, although with my Dylan Optics polarized sunglasses, it's actually kind of hard to read. Wow, steering is very good.
Yeah.
Although, this has an LSD, right?
Yeah, it has a Quaife LSD, and then the tires we're running are Federal 595s.
Oh, those are good.
Yeah, they're not bad at all. They do really well, especially for the price.
Does it have ABS?
No, it does not. No ABS, no traction control.
Brake pedal's very tight and very right now.
Yes.
It really grabs them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got a Willwood brake kit in it. The 6 piston in the front.
Oh, 6 pistons on a 3,000 pound
yeah.
car. Okay. Yeah.
Well, we were driving it before, and honestly, we would cook the brakes like crazy. So we went with that because the customer preferred that. Made them look pretty, and then we just put in some PP30s brake pads, which are the racing compound, so it actually tightened them up a good.
The brake pedal travel is about 1 inch.
Nice.
It's like real tight.
Yeah.
Wow, this thing is manic, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty up there.
Oh, it's angry.
Yeah.
Whoa! That's an angry little bugger,
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
fun.
This is a mean little thing.
Yeah. It gets going, man.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't want to sit behind this Jeep. I'll flip around.
No worries.
Wow. I mean, it feels light. It feels tight. And turning radius is not terrible.
Yeah. It still has the stock steering rack, which is the manual rack.
This is manual?
It's a manual rack. Yeah, so that's
One
why
of the
it
lightest
feels...
manual racks I've ever
Yeah.
felt.
Well, if we remove a power steering pump and put just, so it's not taking away from the power of the engine, the steering feels like crap. It's super hard. So it's kind of nice that this was an S model that came with like the piece of crap motor, but the manual rack.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so the key is if you're doing a build, start with the base.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's up to you. Like a lot of times with Hondas, though, we'll go over to like an Integra rack because it has a shorter ratio. But then we put in like a electronic power steering pump with maybe even with a steering quickener on our track cars. So
interesting. Okay.
That will eventually get that. This car will eventually get that.
Well, I will say, if you are 6'3", this is not the car for you.
No.
Because it's not comfortable. It's real small, but I thought it's better than a little bit of rub there,
Yeah.
but it's low. It's a lot better than I expected. It looks like super cartoony, which is great.
Yeah, I mean that's time attack too.
Yeah.
Like, overdone aerodynamics. It's all about one lap, so
it's got really good power.
Yeah, it's really nice for the power.
Wow, this is cool, man. I'm feeling it.
Yeah. See, it gets up and goes. And the grip is pretty decent.
I'm enjoying this. This is brilliant. There we go.
Yeah.
Wow, so boost comes on pretty high.
Yeah.
You really got to be up over about 4,500 to get boost.
The turbo kit that's in this car is really meant for drag use. It's a full race kit. So that's why when we were talking about earlier, we had to change out the intercooler.
Right.
It's huge core, all about volume. We really don't need that with this. But the turbo is a Garrett GT3076R. Big turbo for a 2 liter.
That's a big turbo for a little car, right?
Yeah, big turbo for a 2 liter. So, yeah. But the build, I mean...
Brian, this car rips.
Yeah, it still gets going, though.
This thing is fast.
Yeah.
What a lovely little car this is. This is great fun.
This thing's awesome on Fontana, on the Auto Club.
Oh, on a small road course, it's probably a riot.
Yeah, Buttonwillow, it's going to be fun.
Yeah. So, you said, why the CRV engine? Why the B series engine?
Oh, okay, so the B series, well, initially the generation of this car comes with a D or a B. It originally came with the B16 for like the high-end SI model, but it's only a 1.6 liter with a, a 78 millimeter stroke. So the stroke, basically no torque. So we put a B20, which is the 2 liter in here.
And it's same bore, bigger stroke, is that the thing?
Larger bore, bigger stroke. Okay. So it's an 84 millimeter piston with a 90 millimeter crank. 90 millimeter stroke. Okay. So basically you get more torque out of it.
The longer stroke is more torque, right?
Yes.
Is that how that works?
Yes,
I think
correct.
It is, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Because if you had a B16, you would have that 78 millimeter stroke, so you have super high RPM, but no torque.
Okay, yeah.
So it's more responsive this way, especially with this big turbo. Kind of overcomes, if you will, if you have like a 1.6 liter with the same turbo.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah. It's a hybrid swap. So.
It definitely, I mean, it hasn't lost any of its Honda-ness. It's still rev happy, and it's still,
Still a great car.
Yeah, it's still got really good inputs.
Yeah.
And once you're moving, the clutch is fine. I wouldn't want to sit in a traffic jam with it.
No, not a traffic car.
No, but really neat. How does it? I mean, does it get? Wow. I mean, I've been running this thing at not 10 tenths, but some RPMs, and the temp gauge is at like a third.
Yeah, we've really hit the temperature of this, like attacked the overheating qualities of this car originally, because I mean it still has a half core radiator, so it's just like a mini radiator. So
yeah,
normally,
the radiator's like tiny.
Yeah, normally these cars will overheat if you water cool a turbo, water cool the engine, and there you go, you overheat. But on this car, we've really tried to keep it down.
So is it? I mean, just for the audience's knowledge, can you make a car run too cold?
Yes.
You can overdo it, right?
You can overdo it. I mean, you want all your temperatures in an optimal range. If you overcool the engine, say overcool the oil, your oil is never going to reach the right viscosity.
Right.
It's never going to be right for the pressures.
So the point is to get it to the operating temperature,
Yes.
and then to get it to stay there.
Get it to stay there, yeah. Yes. So
I kind of knew that, but like, no, I mean,
Yeah.
I kind of knew that, but I kind of wanted to know more,
Yeah, of course. It's always a science, especially with track cars, to keep it in that optimal range. Too hot, you lose power, you detonate. Too cold, you lose power and foul plugs out like crazy. So,
You know what I want to do?
huh.
I want to pull off right here and put the top back down.
Oh,
I want
absolutely.
to open air motor. Can we do that?
Yeah, of course.
All right, unlock.
So, unlock the, you have to have the
Handbrake.
e-brake. Yeah.
Is that
Unlock
gonna
these.
Is that here? Huh?
There you go.
Unlock
And
then down.
oh, windows need to be
Oh,
down.
windows need to be down. Okay.
It's taking over.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's got it.
Yeah, I think top-down motoring is really where it's
That's
at
cool.
in this car. This is so weird. I
Right?
mean, for those of you watching this from America, I mean, I've seen a lot of stuff. I've seen a lot of cars. I've been to a lot of shows. I watched a lot of car TV. This is the first I have ever seen this.
Yeah, this
This
thing,
is the most needlessly complex thing.
right?
It's not like just removing it was that hard.
No.
It's not like that
Especially
was-
with this one. This is a dry carbon top.
Yeah, it's not like that was a problem that like really needed solving.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
It's a cool factor. It really is, though. I mean, honestly, you're never gonna see a car like this.
Oh, I mean, if you want a unique Del Sol, I mean,
There you go.
Oh wow, it just got whole new world.
Right?
Whole new world, bro.
The difference, though, is the price tag on doing something like this.
Yeah, what does it
It
cost
was,
to put that top on this thing?
I recall 112 hours of labor. So the
At
cost
$100 an hour.
$100 an hour.
So is that 10 G's?
It's over. It was well over 10 G's.
10 G's.
It's
I
about
love-
dedication, man.
No, I love rich people that don't give a fuck. I won't do it, but God
Yeah.
bless that guy.
This guy's awesome, though. Honestly, he loves his cars.
Yeah.
He loves driving. So, and this was his first car. Literally.
So
he
this
had
is
love.
my Fox body for him.
Yeah,
That's
because
it.
he's like,
Yeah.
he has a GTR, he's got a Supra, he's got a RX-7. Then people see this in his driveway and they're like, what?
Oh, this-
what
yeah.
gives, you know?
No,
He's like,
this-
dude, I had this for my first car and then a Golf. And so he has this and an R32 as well.
Oh, a Golf R32.
R32 GTI, yeah.
This thing is quick.
Yeah, it's fun.
So, I mean, I know you started with a show car, right?
Yes.
You didn't build the show car.
No,
you
we-
did the powertrain and the top.
We actually did the show stuff
you
too.
did? Oh.
Yeah, it's not necessarily our forte,
Right.
but yes, he brought us his Supra first. We fixed that. He brought us this. It was like horribly destroyed mess from another shop. We fixed that, and then he's like, "Yeah, I want to show it." So we didn't do the dash necessarily, but we did all the engine, all the suspension, all the seats, all the everything else. Yeah.
So, I mean, not that there's really any consumer advice takeaway from this. You know, $50,000 build, right?
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah,
Easy.
I would think so. Yeah.
Maybe more.
Maybe more.
I mean, because
Yeah.
there's a lot of paint and body work on
Yes,
this as
exactly,
well.
yeah.
So there is no real consumer takeaway.
No.
It's not like, well, if you want a Del Sol, it's like this is one of those things where someone wanted it and had to have
Yep.
it. Didn't matter what it cost.
Yep.
It's just this is what he wanted and that's it.
Yeah.
Well,
Love
it
this car.
drives
wanted it.
awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, 100 points where it's due. it drives pretty awesome.
Cool, that's
I mean,
good to hear.
it's fast, it's fun, it's sorted.
Yeah.
The clutch is a little tough, but that's to be expected.
Yeah.
And you know what? I mean, the roof really makes it unique. I mean,
It does.
Yeah, it's expensive and it's silly, but
It's
it
awesome.
sets it apart from every other Del Sol in America.
Right.
Because who is going to spend the money to do that?
Right.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brian. I
course.
appreciate it.
Good to see ya.
Plug the site again.
www.projectimport.com.
Projectimport.com. Go check out the twin turbo G35 coupe video I did of theirs.
Yeah.
And then you're bringing me another car too, right?
Hopefully,
I
yeah.
think
We
we got
have
more
a
cars from them.
supercharged NSX that we might
Cool.
bring, as well as hopefully a 1JZ FD.
Sweet.
So,
Well,
yeah.
don't make promises you can't keep.
Yes.
But
We don't do it till it's
but thank you for coming out again. Thank you for watching Del Sol.
Yeah.
This is my first Del Sol, by the way. I've really
Yeah.
started at the top. Where am I going to go from here? I can't go back to a regular Del Sol.
Right.
This is the one and only Del
Del Sol,
Sol
this
I
is
will
it.
ever film. Thanks for watching. See you later.
Thank you.